when it comes to sports nutrition, there is a blind spot, as Winter mentioned. If you want to write down a quote, this is a keeper. This is kind of Yoda. This is a Yoda quote. There's no such thing as overtraining, only under recovery. And if you begin to think about what that means, human performance happens in recovery. It happens late at night when you're asleep and when the body recreates itself and manifests and the adaptive response. And if we can help you recover faster, higher, stronger, that's a performance advantage. And so when it comes to food and using food as a weapon, you know, food makes the body work. Good food makes the body work well. Great food makes the body perform. And when it comes to eating and feeding, you know, the Ferrari called you, you know, there's kind of three things. Food does three things inside of you. Beyond the joy of eating, food does basically three things. It fuels and gives you energy, number one. It builds matter, number two. Builds mass and matter, number two. And the third pillar is the blind spot. It conditions function. And what I mean by that is it conditions physiological function. It conditions physiological performance. And so you've got carbs, proteins, and fats, and calories, and kind of the gasoline, kind of the part of the conversation. And then you got everything else. And let's call that the oil. Well, you need gas and oil. And the oil in that high performance car that is you, the athlete, it's vitamins and minerals and enzymes and antioxidants and phytonutrients. What's that? It's thousands and thousands of plant chemicals. And when it comes to conditioning physiological function, I want to give you a concept, and you can write this one down, called food conditioning. Condition your mind, you can condition your body, you can condition your body, you condition physiological function with food. And when it comes to plant food has all of that biochemistry that you need to condition function. It's all of everything else, the oil, the vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, and phytonutrients. And when it comes to plant food conditioning or conditioning physiological function, you really want to talk about three things that condition and bring the body to life. It's the activation of function, it's the modulation of function, and it is the protection of physiological function. And what I mean by that is activating vascular capacity. What's that? It's the endothelium, allowing that blood vessel to expand and contract. It's maximizing and sustaining energy output. What's that? It's preserving mitochondrial density. What's that? You know, that's a thing. You know, activating your metabolism so you're an efficient machine. When it comes to modulation, modulating immunity, modulating your epigenome, your microbiome. You know, we're more flora and fauna than we are us. And that whole microbiome piece, modulating that and having that in stasis is important. Protection from oxidative damage, protection from inflammation. When athletes inflame their body every day and you want to recover fast, protection from glycation. And so when it comes to plant food conditioning or food conditioning in general, you want to activate, you want to modulate, and you want to protect. And in the end, that's where plant powders come into play. I was introduced to this idea of plant powders 18 years ago, made immediate sense to me. I understood right away it wasn't a milligram vitamin cocktail, it was plant matter. And that matter mattered. And I understood produce, you know, produces. It has a compounding effect over time. It may not mean much in a day, in a week, or even a month, but you play that out over the long haul, and that's where a performance gain begins to occur. And that conditioning effect, that conditioning function with plant matter, these plant powders, I was introduced to the idea, made immediate sense to me. Like, what part don't you get? The harvesting, the juicing, the drying, the crushing into powders, the mixing. And so I was kind of think different, made sense, simple, keep it simple, stupid, and it was execution, right? Nutrition is only as good as your execution. So in the execution part, I knew as an athlete, I needed to be consuming 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I was introduced to this concept after I retired, but immediately coming to folks like Winter and say, hey, if you're an athlete, you got 12 servings a day minimum. 12 servings of fruits and veg every day minimum. I don't know of a lot of athletes that do it. Why? Because fruits and vegetables don't service that caloric requirement, don't service that caloric need to get 8, 9, 10,000 calories. Doesn't mean you can't eat them. You just got to be an A gamer at eating well. And you got to have good oil and good gas. And so these idea of plant powders helps you bridge the gap between what you know you should be doing and what you're doing. So at a double-digit servings a day, plant powders are an ergogenic, simple tool that made sense. And the brand leader in that is Juice Plus. They're kind of the Prince Racket, or the Shape Ski, or the Google search, or, you know, they're the market leader in the category of plant powders. I was introduced 18 years ago, made sense. I've been using it every day for 18 years. I play soccer now with 20-somethings, and they want to be like me when they're 52. It's a compounding effect that comes over time. If you want to improve your adaptive response, if you want to recover faster, if you want to drive physiological durability, you know, I just want to be a truck, right? I want to hit my body hard. I want to get up every day and I want to work. Physiological durability is more like having your body like a truck. And so Juice Plus has pioneered the category of plant powders. There's the market leader. And for me, it's my hygienic health food. Eat it every single day.